All right, what's everybody's favorite 360 game?
That's easy.
Oh, yeah, Gears.
The first time we covered a third of your screen with the back of Marcus Phoenix so that you would see the resolution of our textures in high definition.
Yeah.
I think the TV ad. I mean, listen, that was a big moment in marketing.
That was awesome.
bold
Mad World?
as
Mad World.
hell.
Yeah.
That was a big
We
deal.
almost ran it this E3. We talked about it with Gears 4 with Rod on stage, who was our Microsoft producer on early Gears. And we were going to go back to Mad World because it's just, that was such, I think about Starry Night with
Sure, and
with
Halo 3.
Yeah, but the Mad World ad really put Marcus as a character. There's really not a lot of shooting in the ad. He kind of ends up in the warehouse, but that's the end. But it just was a very.
I think for a lot of people, that moment was the first time that a video game character, because this huge, this huge shooter video game character was a real character right there.
And that
just the music is great.
Cliff and Tim Sweeney, Cliff Blazinski, and everybody that we got to work with on Gears, and it meant so much to us in the generation because we were going 4x3, 16x9, standard def, high def, and it was really what game can we put out. Perfect Dark Zero didn't really turn out to be a game that was going to show it. COD at launch was great, but it had launched on PC like a couple months before.
That's true.
So it was great, but it wasn't kind of an original console game. And Gears was later, right? It didn't hit launch, but we were able to show it.
You had Fight Night and Oblivion.
Fight Night, kudos to Notice Fight Night from EA Chicago when he was there.
Yeah.
And I remember the face animations and stuff. It was great.
Steve and Bill on stage at CES, and Steve threw the controller across the stage, and I had to tell him off after that. You don't throw controllers on the floor.
But Gears, to me, the gameplay I thought was fantastic. It sold incredibly well. It's still on our stage, which means something, and that was just great.
How about you, Peter? Favorite 360 game?
Well, let me just finish the Gears story.
Sure.
I'll never forget the moment, to Phil and Seamus's point, when the agency pitched me Mad World, which was a song from Donnie Darko, Tears for Fears song. And usually when you get pitched by an with the creative, come on in, there's boards, or there's what we call ripomatics or animatics. But all they did, so there's a conference room, which I spent a ton of time in Millennium B, 1216.
Yes, we did.
1216.
Yeah, I know that room.
And they came in, and it was a little uncomfortable. He said, we're going to switch the lights off. There's like 25 guys in this room. I'm going to switch the lights off. I'm going to play you a song, and I want you to imagine Marcus Phoenix facing a boss battle towards the end, in which it doesn't end well. And when that music played, this was a watershed moment in video game marketing, because everything else was hard rock, and it was more likely to be Black Sabbath or Metallica or AC/DC, and fast cuts. There was no emotion, there was no passion. They turned the lights off. I can still hear the music. Turn the lights back on. I looked at Harris, one of the creators, says, "This is it." The other thing about that was that we wanted to do just CGI, because you actually, that commercial, you can't play that in the game.
Right.
You can't play that in the game. And I got very squeamish that it was going to be pure CGI, and I said, we got to do this in engine.
Yep.
This has got to be in engine. And ILM was doing it. And I always remember it cost us $600,000 more to give them dev kits
and get it in UE.
to get it in engine. So I could stand up and say, this is in engine. Now, you'll never play that scene, but this is in engine.